Frosty morning. I haven't got an ice scraper. I did have an ice scraper, but I can't find it. The screen wash that I've got is supposed to be de-icer. You're supposed to be able to squirt it on your window. Obviously, you saw me. I made sure the window wipers weren't stuck to the windows, and once you make sure they're not stuck, then you can use them. Then it's only when they get frozen to the window and people turn the window wipers on, that's when it rips your rubbers off, or breaks your arms in some case. But yeah, we got a rather frosty morning this morning. You see just in the distance there's Santa's Grotto still going strong. I think the temperature this morning is about -1, -2, something around that area. So I can't find my ice scraper. I did have an ice scraper, but I can't find it, so we'll just keep on squirting a load of this de-icing screen wash on the window, and eventually we'll better see where we're going, and we'll better head off and see what the wonderful day brings. Yeah, at least Santa's Grotto hasn't frosted over. I wonder what happened if we get a lot of snow. Do you reckon all the snow would stick to the lights? And yeah, hopefully not, but I don't want anybody's hard work to go to waste, but there you go. Hopefully we'll get some snow at some point though. Love a bit of snow. No, just saying on the radio there about how many people aren't gonna get a Christmas party and all of that. Well, bloody hell, I wouldn't want a Christmas party, would you? Well, I guess some people might do, but nah. If my company come up and said to me, right, we're having a Christmas party, it's at this place, blah blah, all on the house, on the company, don't got to pay for a thing, I'd still say no thank you. I don't do parties, Christmas parties. Oh man, I couldn't think of anything worse. Going to a meal, right? Because that's normally what it is. You go for a meal, don't you? You might have a party, but we don't have an office, you see, because we're a construction company. Well, there is an office, but there's not. It's not like where everyone goes. There's like 2 people there, and that's that. It's a very small office, I believe. So, yeah, like I wouldn't want to do a Christmas meal thing. Can't think of anything worse. Go and just sit down at a meal with, proper rich people, posh rich people that you hardly know. We don't know, in fact. I mean, who knows all their governors and directors and people in the high offices. No one really knows them unless you work with them. Sitting down with them, the conversation, you wouldn't think of a conversation, would you? It would be it'd be awkward. I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't want a Christmas party. Thank you very much. And they're all going, oh no, people aren't going to have Christmas parties this year. This is such a shame. We need to make them have a party. Oh man, nah. A Christmas party's your thing? Where you work, do you have Christmas parties? Do you work in an office? I think really Christmas parties and Christmas do's is mainly for people that work in offices, isn't it? Really, because they all work in the office together anyway, all year round. So when it comes to Christmas, they're all already in the office, so they're just like, let's have a Christmas party, put a few decorations and have a party in the office. Or they might just all in the office anyway, so they can all go around and talk to each other and arrange to go to a certain restaurant or wherever to have a Christmas party. It's different, isn't it? I think it is. What's it like where you work, or where you used to work if you're retired? Because it looks like about 40% of my audience, by the way, are retired people, 60 and over. So hello veterans, and you're all welcome. And about 68 or something % of you lot aren't even subscribed, man. What's that all about? I ain't forcing no one, but if you like to subscribe to keep. If you like it, man, just that would be nice if you would do, because then I can sort of grow. Maybe one day, I've been doing this YouTube thing now for about, I don't know, since 2007. Who knows, maybe one day I'll be able to actually make a living out of making these videos. I mean, 2007, that's, I don't know how many years that is, I'm no good at mathematics, but 2007 to 2023, which we pretty much are in now, 2022, but you know what I mean. That's a while, you know, it's more than 10 years. What is that? I don't know. 2010 to 2020 would be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Is that 15 years? 15 years I've been doing this YouTube thing. And, you know, there's people that made it in 6 months. You know, there's several names I could drop right now that would, you know, they made it in less than a year to living off of YouTube, you know, the revenue. But you know, but you've got to either have money behind you so that you can still live, and you throw money at making videos, because making a video costs a lot of money, right? So especially them types, the good ones that people are going to want to watch and blow up, you know what I mean? So, you know, the people that I'm thinking of had it behind them anyway. But then, this is always just a hobby for me, it's a bit of fun, you know? I do run adverts on the videos now, so I make a few pennies per video, but, oh man, I'd never be able to, I don't make enough to get the weekly food shop, let alone pay all the bills. But then if you want to do something, you've got to go at it, haven't you? It's not just, it happens. You know, I don't go at it, do I? I sit here and chat to a camera about a load of crap, stick it up on YouTube. I might film the odd engine repair or lawnmower repair or repair on the tollbit or something, stick it on YouTube. So, yeah, maybe one day, if I ever manage to get the, you know, if I win a few grand on the lottery or something, and then I can plough it into this, and then I could grow a business out of it, and I can make some actual videos that people watch and they blow up and get a couple of million views, then I might be able to gain some traction, and then I can do this full time. I've got loads of ideas what I would do full time YouTube, man. Oh yeah. I'd have a big, well, I'd have a house with a load of land, right? I'd have old plant, and I'd be repairing the plant, like old bulldozers, diggers and things, lorries, dumpers, old ones. Would repair them, you know, would make motocross track with them and all of that. There'd be loads of content that I would do if I had the dollar behind me, do you know what I mean? And I'll tell you what I probably would start doing though. I'd buy I love house renovating, house development, old houses. I love it. I'd love to do it. I love watching the programs on it on the television, and I love to watch YouTube people, you know, that do the house development renovations. Not the ones that ruin the house. There's a few that buy these old houses, some of them knock them down and put a new one in its place. Well, that is a ridiculous idea. That person should be shot. But the people that buy these houses, and all they do is they get rid of the bad bits, like a bit of damp, a bit of a leak here and there, and they just renew things, and you end up with a nice house that's still got the old character. They're the ones I like, and that's what I'd do. I'd find my dream house somewhere, right? Ideally it would be where some old person's lived in it for a while. It's got a little bit out of control, a little bit derelict, person's died. I'll buy that house, and I would make a whole video series on restoring the house. I've got all my millionaire, all my future plans planned out in my head, you know what I mean? And you lot are all invited, but I've just got to get there. At the moment I'm working 2 jobs, so it's difficult to have any spare time to have to do anything else. But we'll get there eventually, and life will be bloody brilliant. But yeah, man, I think the YouTube game really has run its course. I must admit, I do think it has. I mean, yeah, there's still, the trouble is, when it was rising up, people were jumping, they were doing it, and they were making a good living. Millions of people were becoming millionaires, right? You got loads of people, yeah. But nowadays, at the moment, it's so saturated, you know. I don't mean with content people, content creators as they like to call themselves. People such as me. I don't call myself a content creator. I'm just a person that puts videos on YouTube. I'm a YouTuber, whatever you want to call me. But it's so saturated with people. But not only that, the adverts. I mean, it is out of control. And YouTube, they used to be 50-50, I think. Nowadays, it's like 60% or something like that. They take 60, you get 40. It didn't used to be like that. It used to be you get 60, they get 40 or something like that. But I might be wrong, but that's what I heard from someone else. I thought, wow, they've changed it. But you know, a lot of the adverts on there you wouldn't trust, would you? I mean, I wouldn't. A lot of the adverts I get when I watch another video, it's things that pop up with some bloke walking down a park saying, "Are you sick of working a 9 till 5? You could become rich in a few weeks just by this easy thing." And you just think, hang on a minute, how is this a plausible advert? I mean, who's going to click on that? Stupid people click on that, but that get rich schemes are not good. I mean, you do get the odd advert for a mince pie here and there, but you know, yeah, it's a bit out of control, you lot, a bit out of control. Anyway, what a lovely bloody day, eh? I love the frost. I didn't love the frost, but you just see it. There's not a frost around here. I was only going to film some frost for you lot, but there's no frost around here. But my window was well frosty this morning. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. Did you lot hear the rattling when I started the car up this morning? I'll tell you what, Kia, man, I can't understand it. I think I've worked out what the problem is. It's either a bad design or the tensioners are just no good. Because if you realise, I don't think they changed the tensioner when they'd done that. For a bit of a backup for you that may not have watched it, or may not be in with the story, this Kia Picanto, about 6,000 or 7,000 miles, the timing chain all of a sudden started rattling, right? It used to be as quiet as a mouse, then it rattled all of a sudden, and it stayed rattling. Up until 9,000 miles, I was arguing with Kia about it. They were saying it's normal for a 3-cylinder to rattle, and I was saying, yes, I understand that. The old Corsas rattled and all of that. Chains, they sometimes do rattle a bit, but this is a very excessive rattle. And not only that, it never used to do it. It all of a sudden started doing it. It didn't just fade in. All of a sudden one day, start it up, rattle. Something has happened, obviously. Anyway, after a year of arguing with them, they wouldn't do it on the warranty, but then I had to pay half, or no, it wasn't, it was probably less than half, but I had to pay a lot, 270 odd quid, which apparently was just for a chain. I just bought the parts, basically. I bring it in, they had it for a week, and they changed the chain. Now, for about a week after they'd done it, it was as quiet as a mouse. But I think because what they'd done was they just changed the timing chain, and that was obviously, even though the one that was on it was only 9,000 miles old, it was a little bit stretched, and the new one was a little bit tighter, therefore it didn't rattle, right? So after about a week, 2 weeks, it started to rattle again. But this time it didn't rattle all of a sudden, it rattled gradually. It was rattling a bit, then it got louder and louder, and now it's really loud. It started doing it only when it was cold, and then when it warmed up it went away completely, and now it's all the time as it was before. Now I think they didn't change the tensioner, and I think the tensioner is the problem, because the tensioner is oil operated. So as oil is pumped around the engine while the oil pump, it pushes, it's a hydraulic ram, that's what it is. It's a hydraulic cylinder, hydraulic ram, that is what it is. A little one though. So the oil pressure pushes out the cylinder, right, which then pushes up a tensioner against the chain, which keeps it nice and tight and stops it from rattling. Now there's one of two things, and I think it's the first option, but it could be the second one. Now I think that the first option is they didn't change the tensioner. The tensioner is a bit faulty. Yes, the oil's getting past the seal, so it's not pushing on the chain particularly well. Some days it won't rattle, and them are the days where it was obviously sealing and it's pushing in the chain and keeping it nice and tight. The other times it ain't keeping it tight enough, and so it's rattling. So I don't think they changed the tensioner. I think they literally just put a chain on it. right, and as that new chain is stretched ever so slightly, it's started to rattle because the tensioner can't keep it tight. The other option, option 2, could be that the tensioners what they use are crap, and they did change the tensioner with the chain when they'd done it, but because they're crap and they're just not good quality, it's already gone. You know, it's already gone. It's bad. It's leaking already and not keeping the chain tight. I reckon it's option 1. I don't think they changed the tensioner. I think they literally just put a chain on it. That's what I think. But yeah, I mean, time won't tell because we're already there. But I see a lot of these 2013, 2014 Kias with this engine, because the newer Kia Picantos, they have a different engine in, so they're different. They don't rattle. These year ones, they do, and not all of them rattle. Most of them do that I've seen driving around. They rattling. Not all of them. Some of them same year, same model, same spec. They're not rattling, and you know, that makes me think to myself that, yeah, obviously the tensioners what they use are not good quality. Some of them are alright and they're sealing and they're alright. Other ones, they just ain't sealing. I reckon that's what it is, to be honest. I do. I mean, I haven't got the time or the money, but mainly the time, well, actually neither, to invest, because I could do it myself and I could change the tensioner. I could have done it myself in the first place, but the whole point is they've got defective engines and they need to sort it out. But all they done was they just wanted to shut me up because I was arguing. They just wanted to shut me up, so they literally probably just said, right, you buy a chain, we'll put the chain on. And you know, I could do it myself, but you have to take a good half of the engine apart to get to the chain. You know, you got to take all the side cover off, you know, to about to get to that chain. And excuse me, I haven't got the time at the moment. That's a good day's work there, you know, solid day's work to do that, and I don't know what I'm doing with it. If you're a professional Kia mechanic and you do these Picantos all the time, then you'd probably better do it a bit shorter. But because I'd be sort of just looking around, working my way through it, and they don't do Haynes manuals for these cars, too new, it would take me a bit longer. I haven't got that time. Am I that bothered about it? Not really. I'm past the point now. If the chain was to fall off, what do you do? Do you know what I mean? I'd go back to Kia and I'd say, look, you've done some work, and it was shit. Anyway, yeah, what a lovely day. Just a good part of that Santa's Grotto that I've got next door. It gives plenty of light. We don't have to, they've got their ordinary lights. We ain't got to put on the bathroom light. We ain't got to put no lights on in the night time, because that lights up our hallway and our bathroom and our bedroom. But them Christmas lights they put up, they light up everything. We ain't got to put no lights on, so we're saving on electric. They're lighting up our house for us. Oh man, it was mad, isn't it? Eh? That's a good thing. That I walk out in the morning, plenty of light. I ain't got to turn a light on. You know, I ain't got to save. I'm saving myself money, you know, because they're rich people. They give uncle's monkey, do they? You know, they're rich. They can afford whatever. They don't give a damn about, you know, money. So they just put lights up willy-nilly. You know, the cost is no object to them, rich people. So yeah, I'll just let them light everything up. Oh dear, some of you lot mentioned about it, and I thought, yeah, it's lighting everything up. I ain't got to pay for a thing. Good, but I like the dark though. I'd rather it be a bit dark. I do. That's why I never put no lights there, because I prefer the dark, you know. Wouldn't want no light. Anyway, you lot, have a wonderful day. I'll catch you later on. I've chatted rubbish enough, and I'll catch you on the next one, you lot. All the best, enjoy yourselves, and yeah, hopefully I'll have some exciting video at some point, but I can't see when that'll be. Merry, merry, merry Christmas, you lot. All the best.